We return to the island of Purdue for another of one of your lost adventures, except today you're not so lost. You have been traveling, you made your way to Purdue thanks to the assistance of Reichman and his crew aboard the Engelhorn. And so you arrived, you were able to make camp, you made plans to investigate the Tomb of Otar, which, based off your map, is one of the nearest locations for treasure, and you've heard word of some of the loot that could be gained. But as you investigated the surrounding area and you approached the tomb proper, you've found two things. One, you stumbled upon a mural which left an interesting history of Otar. His greed and lust for treasure led him to eventually seal himself away with the vast amount of wealth, and the people at the time believed that he would continue defending it, that the treasure is cursed, and so they've sealed him away with his treasure, and they've taken the Eye of Otar as a key to another part of the island. So hopefully we'll be able to find more information about how to access his large cache of treasure sometime soon. The other thing that you found was that you were not alone on the island. James Carnahan, an associate or a fellow, peer in the adventuring community, has been known, or is at least aware, that you've, one, stolen the map that he had, and you believe that he has followed you to the island. You've noticed there's a camp a few miles away, based off your investigation last night. Additionally, Reichman from the Engelhorn heard word of Carnahan's kind of nature and his plans, that perhaps they may not be the most savory for those that have taken what he's prepared for. So the Engelhorn has prepared for the worst in case James Carnahan gets a little out of hand. But you never know. And so for today, we're going to be starting at the entrance of the entrance of the Tomb of Otar. Now Darrow, our resident medic, had investigated slightly by moving into the temple proper and found himself in an interior courtyard before the tomb entrance proper here is kind of dives deeper into this structure, buried by the earth, the roots and ages that so quickly overtake in the jungle. So what we're going to do is, you guys are welcome to take a moment to plan out here, or you can join Darrow inside the courtyard, more within the temple structure. Additionally, you have Anna Reichman. This is Reichman's daughter from the ship. She has joined you to investigate, learn, and kind of get some adventuring experience under her belt, because her father has allowed her to finally kind of get out into the field.
Quick question for you, Kane.
Yes.
Are you planning on recording this session?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I hadn't seen the recorder pop up, so...
Yeah, I'm doing just on Streamlabs instead of that one. That one didn't work out as well.
My apologies.
No worries.
Okay.
So, why don't we give you give me a D20 just to see where everyone starts for initiative, and I will include myself in that. Alright, so we've got me, then Bob. Oh, me, then Lou, then Bob, then Robert, just as it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to come in here to the courtyard, and I'm going to tick down the timer by 1, and you all have 4 luck points as well luck tokens to use. So we'll use that to by represented with this D10 here. So that's going to bring us back to Lou. How do you wish to proceed?
Okay. So, what is Anne doing now? Is she mostly still looking around, and has she come prepared with anything?
So Anne has a background in arts, so she has her sketchbook, her her pastels. She's frantically kind of drawing and doodling some of the hieroglyphics and carvings here. Maybe she's even making a quick sketch of this entrance scene that you're seeing. Additionally, she has, you can see in her side satchel, the book that Robert gave her. Essentially, it's a Boy Scout manual with kind of instructions. For you guys, additionally, if you ever want to use Anna as the NPC loot, you can use your action and you can have Anna check that manual, and then you can roll a d6, and if we get a 4, 5, or 6 in that roll, the next group task or whatever is kind of being worked on will be easy.
Okay. I would like to, I suppose, do an investigation type check to see if there are any clues around the doorway here indicating that our medic went through without trouble, or that any indication of what type of traps we might meet inside.
Sure. Give me a d20 roll for that, plus your intelligence.
And yeah. So d20 plus 1. 14, 15.
Okay. So as you explored through, Darrow did not just, blind luck get through. There were no, it appears there to be no traps within this entrance area towards this courtyard. But you do see kind of a few what appear to be warnings along the way. So you feel that the traps reside deeper in.
And is it best to do my movement now, or we all do our movement together at the same time?
Whatever you prefer.
Okay, so I will glance at Robert and Bob to see what they're doing and if I should follow the medic. And let them know that it looks like these markings here indicate that any traps we encounter will be further in the temple, and take a look at Robert to confirm that that lines up with his research.
All right. Bob is right behind you, so he'll follow you inside.
Okay, yeah, if you guys want to move together as a group right now before Bob and Robert, you take your turn, that's fine with me.
Yep, I'm ready to go inside.
Okay.
I'm just going to confirm the warnings to confirm what Lou has found.
Definitely. Okay. Well then, so Bob, you join Darrow. He's already inside, kind of investigating, scouting out a little bit. He welcomes you into the space. It's kind of cool how all of this, is just half jungle at this point.
Yeah, it's very cool. I feel like Bob is maybe a little bit uneasy. I'd like to just kind of move into the space a little bit, keep an eye out for anything moving. Specifically, I think Bob would be watching the water to make sure nothing's moving in the water.
For sure. Yeah, give me a wisdom roll as you move around, and then place your token wherever you wish.
That'll be 17.
Nice.
Let's move over, kind of over here. There we
Okay.
go.
You notice as you're watching the water, some things start shifting around, and you see a pair of crocodiles kind of swimming and eyeing you. They kind of pop their head above the water silently, you know, and you can see them just stirring. It's a fairly small pool for these two large crocodiles, which just seems a little odd.
All right, I will point those out to everybody else and keep my distance from the edge. Move back a little bit.
Oh my.
All right. Well, Robert.
I'm gonna take a quick look around the environment to see what kind of prey these crocodiles that have been pointed out might feed upon, because it would be unnatural for them to be here, in my estimation.
Definitely. Yeah. Give me a wisdom roll.
Yep, cold dice. It's fine.
It's all good. The thing is as you're looking around, you don't see any kind of carcass or leftovers left by the crocodiles. So you're still a little confused why they appear to be in such a small pool, but perhaps they got in another way, or
Okay. I'm gonna continue to keep my distance from the pool and gaze around the environment, looking for other indications or writings that might assist my investigation further.
for sure. Okay. All right. Well, for me, the timer is going to drop down from 1 to 0. And suddenly, as you guys are watching the two, a third right at the edge kind of leaps out. Now, I'm going to roll a d6. We're going to start with Anna being the 1, Lou 2, Darrow 3, Bob 4, and then Robert 5. If it's a 6, then you're all have been appropriately cautious, and no one is going to be, snatched. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, how about
There we
that?
go.
So, thanks to
Nice.
Bob and everyone spotting the crocodiles from events, they were properly far enough away that even though this crocodile has launched itself from the water with a terrible hiss, everyone was able to make it away. It's still there, snapping its jaws, and it does seem quite hungry. Okay. And you can see the other ones now are becoming a little bolder. Alright, Lou, how would you like to address the scene now that you've got some crocodiles eyeing you for dinner?
Oh boy. Well, I have my boot knife ready, but I don't think it's gonna help much if one gets hold of me. Especially with two friends there. Is there room to move north to, is that a door to
Yes.
the north there up those steps?
Yes, this is the door going into the structure into the structure. So that there is room. You just have these crocodiles kind of like at the river's edge, snapping at you. Give it another round, they
Okay.
may come out a little bit, but yes, there is some space.
I'd like to make a how far is the door from where I'm standing?
A normal move would be fine. It's
okay.
not terribly large.
Okay, so I again would like to make an observation check as I back to the wall, shuffle as quickly as I can toward the door, trying to look out for other dangers, but I'm most concerned about the immediate danger because I know they can move fast if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a d20 plus 1.
Okay.
14. Do I see any other dangers or clues that as we proceed to the main?
Okay. So just ahead, you see another kind of warning, very similar to the mural, kind of representing the same thing. But you also notice that there is kind of seems to be some bones at the front entrance of the temple. Not as if they were like left there, like dropped there. It was more like something may have been climbing out of the temple where it died at the entrance.
Okay. Like, does it look like they had been clawing at a closed door or something, or we can't tell?
Yeah, you can't quite tell. It's as if someone was like crawling out of the temple and then they died
Okay.
at the entrance.
They got so close and then died.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I will shimmy sideways with an eye on the crocodiles and tell my companions, hey, it looked like some human was trying to crawl out of here and died at the door. And that will be my turn.
Perfect. Okay, Bob.
All right. Bob is going to move this way a little bit, kind of hold position,
Mm-hmm.
and have everybody else move around behind him, and then he'll follow into that door last.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do anything except keep the crocodiles away from everyone else and hopefully not get bitten myself.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Okay, give me a charisma roll. You can see that Anna is currently very terrified right now. This crocodile is very much eyeing and approaching her, so she's kind of stuck in place for a moment.
All right, I will yell to her then and tell her to get to the door. Hurry. And that is 10.
All right. So it's not like it doesn't snap her quite right out of it, but she does start like sliding slightly over, a little further away, and eventually we'll start moving there. Perfect.
All right.
All right, Robert.
Let's see here. Let's see what do I have in my field pack. Just checking a few things real quick. Okay. So Robert is going to try to get Darrow and Anna to start moving towards the door, trying to usher them along, but he is going to pull his revolver out and keep it pointed in the direction of the alligators, hoping that all he's got to do is make one loud noise to scare them off.
Sure.
I don't think these things have seen humans for a very long time, and especially not modern weapons.
Sure. Makes sense. Okay. Well, do you want to move a little further along as well?
Am I able to drag Darrow and Anna with me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, then I'm just gonna get all three of us and kind of drag us up here
Okay.
towards the door.
Excellent. All right. Well, these alligators and crocodiles are quite hungry, so they're just going to take a quick snap at their quickly escaping prey. So we're going to get 2 on Bob, and we'll see if they snap on him. And then this one is going to take a quick snap at Darrow and Anna. Darrow is a blank, and Anna is a skull. Okay, so that's going to go
Oh
there.
no.
So let's see. All right, so 2 attacks on Bob. So 1, 2. These guys have a +2, so that's a dirty 20 and a 14.
Ouch.
Yikes.
Okay, so they
Both
snap.
those hit.
Yeah, they both snap, and they snap. Bob falls to the ground as he's tussled back into the water. And then you're gonna take 1, 2. That is 5 points of damage.
All right.
Okay. And then this one is gonna go for Anna. Okay, she's got a defense of, I think, just 10. So they get her as well. And she takes 4 damage as they start pulling her back.
Ooh.
Okay, so to escape on your own, you can give a strength roll. Once you're in the water, it becomes harder. So right now you're kind of like at the edge. If you're unable to make it this round, Bob and Anna, you'll be in the water proper, and then it'll be hard to kind of break free.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is there a way where I can help by trying to put my boot knife between the eyes of one of them, like
Sure.
with my body weight, since I have nothing in strength, or like my try to get around the snout with my the strap of my camera?
Yeah, you can do that just fine. I will still roll for it with strength. And then go from there.
Okay, or would I use weapons?
So weapons
Because I've got
will be
plus.
dealing damage, and then strength would actually like getting it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep. Alrighty. So, who? Oh
Go
gosh.
for Anna.
Go for Anna. Okay. So 20 plus nothing. Here we go.
There we
17.
go.
Nice.
Oh.
So did you want to use your knife, or did you want to use the strap of your camera?
I'm gonna use my knife. I'm gonna stick that sharp bit with both my hands and all my body weight, like right into the softest place of its snout or skull I can find.
Okay. So you're able to, dive in there, get to the side, and like get a slight, your knife in between its scales, its armored plating. You're able to get through. Its skull is still hard, so you're not quite able to like pierce its brain or anything like that, but it's enough to have it release Anna, her leg, bleeding. And Darrow pulls her out and away, and this one releases and kind of like starts snapping towards you, but it's a little distracted.
My little knife held out in front of me is not much range. Do I still have enough movement to scatter backward up the steps a little bit?
Give me just a dex roll to see if you keep your footing. You kind of got into the mud a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me a dex roll.
20 plus 1 is 5. Nope.
Yeah,
I'm on my butt, my feet sliding. I'm going nowhere with this little bloody knife in front of me. And that's my turn.
All right. Okay, Bob.
All right. I am kicking and yelling and telling everybody to get to the door. I'm gonna try to get free. That'll do it.
That'll do it. Okay. All right. Give me a dex roll as well to try to like clamber your way out of the pond.
All right. Natural 1.
Okay. Yep. You kick yourself free, but all of a sudden, as you like turn over on your belly to like crawl out, the stones under your fingers break, and so you get no purchase, and so you're like half in the water still and half out of it. You'll need some help to pull yourself out until next round.
All right.
Okay, well done. You've freed yourself from the crocodiles. All right, Robert.
Okay, I'm gonna take aim at one of the crocodiles in the water. I'm trying to aim center of the skull, like right between the eyes. Then I'm gonna let loose a shot from the revolver. Oh, lovely. That's only a 6, but it's a loud noise.
Okay. All right. So it smashes into the water with a large splash, and the echo bangs through the jungle. You hear the scattering of birds. So I'm gonna roll a D6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. So depending was the number of crocodiles that will kind of like scatter, they lose their morale and be frightened off by the gun. So 2 of them, move off, and they go underneath the water, leaving one crocodile left. Okay. For me, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll a skull. A skull is for Bob, and a blank is for Lou. Let's see which ones it snaps after. Skull for Bob, it's going back. That is a 5. It misses. So you have this hissing alligator. Snap, snap. But it can't get purchase on your legs, Bob.
Well,
All right.
that's good. He's already been injured.
Okay, Lou. You're free to move. You don't have to make a dex roll. Again.
Okay. Can I make another roll to try to help Bob come along with me?
Sure.
Alrighty. And is it a regular roll, or since it's our second attempt to get free, is it an easy roll?
I'll let it be easy.
Okay, and then Dex or Strength?
Your choice.
Okay, so Dex is +1. 6. Still 1 short.
Yeah, but you're just splashing around.
Is this a kind of situation, folks, where we'd want to use some of our luck to, get in the front door, or are we hanging on to it since we're down to 1 crocodile?
I don't know. The dice deities have not been happy with us lately.
Okay. Alrighty. So unless Bob yells at me to try again, yeah. So
I've still got a roll to get out myself, so I think I can hang on to it.
Okay, so I'm so muddy that he slips right out of my hands as I stumble backward up the steps into the door.
Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can clamber out behind you.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna also kind of move up towards the door and push everybody else through the door in front of me. I'm like, get inside.
Okay. So you guys all clamber in. The alligator kind of like turns its back into the water. And as you guys kind of just watch the alligators like disperse, you kind of see them go under the water and kind of disappear in the depths, showing that this pond may be deeper than it appears. You also kind of see there may be more in this pond, just from a quick glance. But for now, you're in.
So there may be an outlet, like they may be coming in through a riverbed or another pond in the next room. We're all still alive. How you doing?
Pretty good. Anna is hurt. Her ankle's bleeding. Not terribly, and Darrow is taking some time to kind of wrap her up. She's shaken and a little bit of a state of shock. But she's kind of in that moment where she's panicked, but also a little giddy about it.
I will assist as best I can to be medic to the injured.
So Bob, you've taken some damage. Anna is going to be taken care of momentarily. But yes, as you approach in this space, it's Robert's turn. So if you want to roll for recovery or to help with any of that, go for it. Otherwise,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
you're in this space and you can start exploring.
I'm gonna focus on my teammates first.
Okay. Alright.
Well, do I add anything to that?
Use your wisdom or intelligence.
I'll use intelligence. That's a dirty 10. Dirty 10. So
Okay.
not enough.
Not enough. You kind of think, oh, I should probably... This looks bad enough. I should probably leave this to Darrow.
Yeah.
Okay, but...
And then I will. Good.
Yeah, no, you go for it.
I was gonna say, if I realize that there's nothing I can do to help, then I will start moving inward
Okay.
and taking cautious steps.
For sure. So, moving into this tomb proper, you enter into another kind of entranceway leading out in a couple different directions. On either side, as you move into this crumbled room where the ceiling has kind of collapsed, a few stones and things have been broken, you see that there's kind of some different pathways you can take. On either side here, there are pathways leading back around towards entrances. You see that there's another connection point here leading to a couple pathways, as well as leading further into a larger room that has a kind of a light being cast out from the outside as if there's a hole in the ceiling. So essentially you have 5 different directions you could go.
Are there any writings?
There's some writings, not as much like the mural. You get the feeling that these two, the murals and everything, start picking up quite a bit.
I'll be ready to.
Yeah.
I'll move with the group when they're ready.
Okay. You got so the murals kind of pick up here and by this middle section, and then the foliage and everything starts to be a little bit more overgrown on these two as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So for me, I don't have any timers, so it's back to Lou.
Okay. You said there are like 5 ways to go. How big is this first room here on the west side where we entered? And I see the big web, so I'm like, aha! I didn't bring enough bug spray.
It's probably about 20 feet, not terribly. Like you've now kind of started to descend into the earth. You have the structure, but part of this is buried, so it's
Okay.
It's a manageable sized room. It's kind of large-ish comparatively, but not terribly huge.
Okay. I'm using my passive investigation bonus to wisdom.
Okay.
Here, along with my I can make the flash of my camera either flash I can use the flash of my camera for extra light for small details. I'm going to follow along with what Robert was looking at for clues. Just scoping out what's right in front of us for traps, clues of traps, and whether the dust has been disturbed recently of creatures. So that would be a 20 plus 2.
Okay. Woo!
Crit.
Nice. Okay. So
what do I see with the grand light of the flash of my camera?
well, what I'll do with that and a nat 20 is you suddenly catch that eye on one of the markings, and you recognize it as a partial map of the space. So what I'm going to do is with the flash of your camera, you get more details, and I'm going to just reveal the first half of this temple, the tomb here, so you know what you're contending with. Ignore that roll. Well done.
Wow. Okay. So we can see. Yay. Was anything disturbed by our presence? Like, can we hear that something hurt us?
No, nothing you've seen so far.
Okay.
It seems that things are fairly secure in this entranceway. You see that there's the bones laying at the doorstep here as well. And Darrow kind of confirms that this person's kind of been dead for, a while. Maybe not like centuries. Like there's still some dried, meat on their bones. Maybe a expedition from a couple years back. Maybe a thing. But the jungle has taken advantage of a food source.
Okay. Yeah, so I will hold my movement until we're all ready to proceed. Well, till we're all ready to proceed. And then remind Bob that Darrow, if he's near Darrow, Darrow has the medic for recovering 3 HP.
All right. So I'm gonna Bob just holds up a hand. He's like leaning up against the wall a little bit. He's like, I'm all right. So I'm just gonna take a breath and try to recover.
Okay.
All right, that'll do it. Recovery is con +1, right?
Yes.
All right. So that puts me in a pretty good spot. So I'm gonna just take a breath and move into the room a little bit, keeping an eye on these on the stones underneath my feet to make sure they're solid.
Okay, perfect. They appear to be so.
All right. That's all I can do.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Robert.
How is the light in the temple proper?
So this first area is fairly well lit because you have the light coming in from the entranceway as well as light coming in from this kind of sunroof. Once you kind of get out away from this center horizontal line, it gets a little bit darker.
Is there anything of which I can make a torch with? Either be it the clothing of the deceased and a branch, or even some of the spider web.
Sure, I think that'd be fine.
Okay. Then I will quickly try to fashion a torch. It'll probably only last a little while, though.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a... Let's just stick with a D6. Oh, well, that was useful.
Where'd that go? Okay.
Okay, and we'll say that this torch will last for 6 rounds.
Okay. And I do have a fire starting kit, so I will go ahead and light up the torch and start moving around, keeping it out in front of me to see if I can see any trip lines or any trigger mechanisms.
Okay. All right, perfect. As you're cautiously approaching, you're not seeing anything, any traps yet. But again, the warnings from ahead were that they are deeper within.
Okay.
So you feel like perhaps this main area may be safe from traps, but as you get deeper into the temple, that's where the traps will be.
Then I will move up to this first intersection.
Okay. Yes, you can go left to following the murals through a large amount of spiderwebs. Another path that's clear down to the right, or you can continue on into the next area with the sun beaming in. As
before, I would want to stop to inspect the murals to to decipher any meaning from them.
For sure. Yeah, give me an intelligence roll.
Oh, well. The dice giveth and the dice taketh away. So
Nice.
that's already taken away. So that's a 22.
Okay. So what I'll say is, as you begin reading the murals on either side, the left or the right, what it's describing is it tells the story of Otar again, very similar to the murals, but specifically it kind of tells the aftermath or their general plan for what they've done and why, which is specifically that this tomb is kind of it's not the proper, like his cache is hidden away beneath this space, but in order to access it you need the Eye of Otar. And what they've done is they've hidden clues, 3 different clues to the exact location of the eye within this temple, within this tomb. And so within the deeper sections of the tomb, they have the different pieces, but they've also trapped so that only those who are brave, who are true, who are strong enough to withstand what befell Otar could find out where the eye is and claim his treasure for his own, kind of. So, from your murals, you know there are 3 clues to where the eye remains, hidden on the second half of the temple, and that's where the traps are.
Brave, true, strong enough. Strength is the only stat where I don't have a bonus.
You're not alone.
It's okay. There's more than just physical strength when it comes to being strong.
Yes.
Strength of mind, strength of character.
Combined body weight.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. That probably does it for me on this turn.
Perfect. Yep. Well, again, no timers for me, so we're gonna go back to Lou. Darrow and Anna are again finished up, so they're able to start moving in and exploring. Anna is feeling much better, and Darrow is still at awe with what they're experiencing. They're so excited, and they can't. Anna especially is just like, is that true? Like, treasure everywhere, like hidden somewhere? Like, where could it be?
I'll point to the passages.
Yes. Also, big bugs or little bugs. So I will follow along, and I'm going to avoid the big. Well, unless we have to go back, I will avoid the big cobwebs for now. And it looks like this passage, northwest, there's been a cave in. Is that right?
Yeah, just about. Like, the jungle is kind of taken in those entries, so the only remaining entrance is the one you've entered in from.
Okay. So I would like to investigate what is down this hallway, proceeding carefully. And what can I see?
So you again see the murals leading down, but as you kind of round this corner, you see this large statue, this large kind of monument at the back end of the room. And you can see that it's intricately carved. And it tells, kind of like, you can see that there's a spot set in the center that may be a kind of a keyhole of a kind.
Okay. And then would I need to roll intelligence or wisdom to? Well, we already verified that traps are down. And there were 3 clues.
Yes, and
Robert get those clues, or we just know we need to find 3 clues?
You know you need to find 3 clues, and I will tell you that they are signified on the map with a chest.
Okay.
Okay.
3 clues, chest on map. Okay, so I tell everyone, hey, there's some kind of monument here. Kane, does it match anything on the map or the readings that Robert was telling us about?
No,
Or
these
it's just
are...
kind of your typical...
Yeah, this is part of the temple. You feel like this may be part of how to access the treasure once you have the Eye of Otar.
Okay, so I just described to everyone what I see about this monument and the keyhole. And that will be my turn.
Perfect. Okay, Bob.
All right, I'm going to move up to this area and try to clear this spider web.
Okay. Yeah, no worries, no roll needed. You can just clear it through with your hands. It's quite thick, so all of a sudden you're just kind of covered in these cobwebs and spider webs. And now you have access to this space.
All right, I'm going to step into there and check out this monument over here, see if I see anything interesting.
Okay. Yep, you see that the monument is broken on this particular side. You see that it's kind of snapped in half, another part of it, and you find that there is a body lying underneath, like jutting out slightly from this stone here.
Does the body look old or recent?
About as old as the one in the front, so this may be a compatriot of the person who was exploring a few years ago.
Okay. Does the break... so I guess that means the break in the stone would look like pretty recent as well.
Yes.
Do I see any signs of how it might have broken? Like, did it look like he was climbing on it, or does it look just like a freak accident as far as I can tell?
As far as you can tell, it looks like kind of a freak accident that it broke. They might have been like digging along. There's a pickaxe nearby, as well as an old gun sitting off to the side, out like a few feet from his outstretched hand, from
Gotcha.
that's out from underneath the stone itself.
Do either of those items look usable, or are they too corroded?
They're usable, maybe once. So you could grab the gun and it might be able to go off once, or the pickaxe could be used once.
All right, I'll grab them. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
And the cobwebs that he collected, are those any good for using as bandages or rope, or are they just like bug things to drop and leave?
So they're like wispy cobwebs, like in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
You just like he casts them, like you could probably save them and use them for torches. Like I think we're down a round, so you could add it to a torch and add a round back on top of it.
Cool. So let's do that. Let's add a round to the
Okay.
torch.
We'll put it back up
Awesome.
to 6. Perfect. All right, that brings us to Robert.
So they're exploring those. Let's see here. The clues we need are further along. So I will go up to here, and I'm going to peek in this room. I'm just trying to get a general sense for what's in here, as well as try to look for any potential dangers.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So you see from this entrance, you see that there's off to the left, you see a line of columns with a chest here at the far end, as well as leading straight ahead, you see another chest off in the distance by kind of a statue as well.
Okay. Does this depressed region in the, or is it a raised section in
It's
the
a
center here?
depressed, it kind of steps down.
Okay. Does it look like it might be dangerous to step in that area?
Give me a wisdom roll.
Nope.
You're not quite sure.
It looks fine.
Can
Yeah,
I
it looks
peek
fine.
over his shoulder and help?
Sure.
So then do I roll wisdom? Or
Yeah, give
how
me
do I do
wisdom.
that? Okay. 20 plus 2. 14. Okay.
Okay. So based off what you're looking at with its kind of supports, and a few stones have fallen on it, it seems like this floor is fairly secure.
Okay. I'm gonna. Are these other two rooms fairly well illuminated? Like I don't need the torch, or will I still need the torch?
You'd still need the torch for these ones. They're just kind of like
Okay.
ambient lighting, so they're not complete darkness because this light coming in from this space is filling it a little bit, filtering in, but they're
Okay.
not like full blown lit.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Lou has a flash unit that you can use with to search. I'm gonna skirt around the edge over to this side, and I'm gonna be looking for any tripwires or even any text or murals to read.
Okay. So the thing that you do see from this angle as well is you see that there is... That's where our dice went. So you see that there's another cobweb entrance over here.
Okay.
And you start to see some lines in the ground between these columns leading up.
Okay. So here, I do have a pocket knife. I'm going to start kind of poking from hopefully a safe distance at the lines to see if I can figure out what their purpose is.
Okay. They are deep cuts in the ground.
Uh-huh. 'Cause,
Pendulum, perhaps?
That is distinctly possible. I'm going to look on the ceiling. Do I see anything on the ceiling matching the lines on the ground?
Yes, you do see some large kind of bar beams with what appears to be a small blade on the far side.
Oh, fantastic. Well then. Place has been here for a couple 100 years. Depending on what the blades are made out of, unlikely that it'd be steel, given the people. They seem to be bronze workers at best, maybe copper. Did I see anything in the... Actually, there's stones. I'm going to ask for Bob's help and get some stone in here and try to get it wedged between these pillars. I'd get it to fall into the pillars to see what happens with the blades, to see what they do.
Sure.
I'll
Okay.
take pictures. Send them to your kin. Or maybe not.
Okay. So Bob,
I'm trying to gauge what the material is, or the blades are made out of when the stone crosses the line. I just want to see like what's going to happen.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You can kind of kick or place a stone across. And then
Okay.
as you do this swinging blade, slides across, and you're right. It seems to be kind of this bronze, bronzy steel type. As it slides up and then kind of swings to the top other side, and it stops like it got caught. So it swings from one side and stops, and kind of goes in a single arc.
So it might have a return arc then. Okay, it actually tells me quite a bit. Did I see where the armature of the pendulum was?
Just right in the center.
The non-sharp part. Does it intersect a point along the columns anywhere where if I placed something across the columns, it would stop the arm dead?
Probably. You could
Or stop it from getting to return?
Yeah, you could try something like that.
Okay. I'm going to call back to the others. I need vines or sturdy branches of some kind that I want to stick across these columns as an interruption to the scything blade.
Okay. All right.
Sure, I'll help with that.
Sounds good. Okay. From here, I'm going to pull out, for my turn, I'm going to pull out a timer of 10.
Oh boy. I think I know what that means.
Okay.
If you start hearing John Williams, you better run. Okay. Alrighty. Are you that then, Robert? Okay. Could we tell from what Bob saw if that monument was broken before or after the key was inserted?
Probably before it was inserted.
Okay, so both these treasure chests probably still have clues in them.
Yes, that's a good assumption.
Okay. Yes, so for my turn, I will follow the instructions of our head researcher here for putting vines or branches or leaning on this column here to block the other columns.
Okay.
Wherever you need me to apply strength, dexterity, basic, whatever, let me know what you want me to roll for.
No, no need to worry about rolling for it. It's just going to take a round of time to set up something that will stop one of these pendulums, and it appears to be there's 3 of them. So you could spend a total of 3 rounds, the next 3 rounds, stopping each one of these pendulums. But we do have the timer, so your choice. But yeah, no need to roll.
So how do all of us need to assist with that effort, or should I
I would say it's just one person would need to spend a round.
Okay. Then shall I use my I'll use my my flash to check out this next narrow hallway and suggest that once the first pendulum is taken care of, somebody address the cobwebs to see if that's a safer route. So,
okay.
What do I see in this hallway, Kane?
So, from what you see that there is, again, you see some lines in the floor, slightly different than the ones with the pendulums. But you see as well these two more entrances off to the left and right. They seem to go into smaller rooms, and they seem to be connected between them. At least the one on the top, the cobwebs from the top lead to this other room. And then this one down here seems to be a little bit overgrown, but it may lead somewhere different. And then you see off in the distance what appears to be one of the clues that was described.
Okay, so I'm going to tell my companions it looks like the middle of this hallway is safer than the ends, so we might want to go through the northern cobweb, and the air is starting to feel awfully thick in here, but other clue we need is probably at the end of the hall. And that will be my turn.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Bob.
All right. I would be inclined to have Bob sit here and work on the pendulum problem. And he can burn a couple of rounds disarming that trap. If the researchers want to continue doing their thing. Otherwise, he's kind of looking at the pendulums themselves and the marks on the floor, and he's half inclined to just make a run for it.
Yeah. You also have Darrow and Anna who can help facilitate. You would just leave them in that space to do their work, but you wouldn't have access to their abilities.
That's not a good idea if they're, or I mean, that's not a bad idea if they're up for that.
Yeah, I think Darrow is more willing to like stand and do something. Anna is like, oh, I kind of want to explore, but she'll do what you're asking of her.
I'll encourage her and tell her that this is the meat and potatoes of exploring work is disarming traps and like being really careful to make sure you're taking care of all your issues as they come up. This is what it's really all about.
That's not what I say. That's not what I saw in the movies, and that's in the moving pictures, and that's not what my dad does.
What good is a reward if you ain't around to use it?
That's why your dad's on the boat, and we're out here. So while they're working on that, Bob wants to slide over to where Lou is, and very quietly, kind of tell her that he thinks it might be a good idea to keep an eye on Anna, because when Captain Reichman talked to us, he said they had or he didn't even say exactly that they had supplies, but he said that they were on kind of high alert just in case, because they knew about the company on the island. However, you don't need chloroform to defend yourself from a rival adventuring party.
Yeah, and chloroform takes forever to work on an individual person. Like, you'd have to dump it into a room or something. Yeah.
Right.
Not sure what that means.
Chloroform would be something that you use to trap someone who doesn't expect you to be their enemy.
Yeah.
So I'm saying let's keep an eye on Anna and make sure that she's not here just to spy on us. And even if she is legit, she might have snuck away without actually asking her dad. So let's just cover our bases as we go. So I want to talk to Lou about that, because Robert has indicated that he wants plausible deniability from the plot elements of this.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want Anna to hear all of this.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah.
Just in case she's not quite as bright-eyed as she's pretending to be.
Exactly. All right, so that'll be my turn.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Robert.
Do I overhear their conversation by any chance?
Do you want to? You'd be close enough.
You can still deny it.
Okay. Well, I mean, because I still don't know about the chloroform.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, we're not trying to put any extra burden on you.
Yeah, you
Robert.
probably see them whispering, so it's your choice whether you tune into that or if you kind of ignore it.
I will ignore it for now. I will focus on giving these two here the instructions they need to be able to disarm the trap. I do impress upon them that the blades are made of bronze, or maybe actually probably be bronze, not brass, and that any stone or any hard blockage would be or should be enough to not only stop the blade but also damage it in such a way that it can't pose a threat. And all they have to do is slow it down enough that it can't get back into the receiver on the opposite side.
Okay.
And I will assist them with that.
Okay. All right. So as you work, you're able to. We're gonna tick this down. The torch is going down, and you'll be able to get. You'll be able to get this first one pinned in place. So it smacks into what you've prepared, and then it falls into the center here. So one is addressed.
Oh. Okay. So it's stuck in the center then.
Yep. It kind of like. It hits and then it falls back down without momentum. It doesn't have enough to get back up, and it just kind of hangs there.
Okay. And I'll motion to them to grab the stone that we used to get it to the next line and prepare for that one's disarmament.
Okay. Now move there safely. All right.
Well, while they're working on the next one, would Robert be free to explore the next room, or?
Yes, he could definitely move on to other
Okay.
things if he wishes.
Okay, so while I'm whispering with Bob here, are we going to try to go up the middle, Bob, since there are lines here too, or what do you suggest I try next?
Well, I'll go ahead and grab this pickaxe that we just found, and I'm going to kind of kneel down right about here.
Okay.
And just push the pickaxe across that line and see if
Okay.
anything happens.
Oh,
There we
okay. That's sharp and rusty.
Yeah. Again, it just like, and the pickaxe is essentially cut in half.
go. All right. That sounds like a good use of the
Okay.
pickaxe to me.
Yes, that was definitely. Okay, are those in the ground? How tall are they? Can we go over them?
So they're probably about like waist height,
Okay.
and then so yeah, you can attempt to like jump over them, or run past. They're pretty quick, so you'd need to make some dex checks to make sure that you get all the way across. But
Can we push, like, what kind of condition are these columns in? Can we knock a column over on it, or, like,
If we could even just
toss a
wedge
bunch
big
of this
piece
muck on it?
stone. If we could even
Say
just
again?
if we could just wedge a big piece of stone on one side, then it would hit the stone and not be able to get through it, and then we could just squeeze around.
Yeah.
yeah,
So how would you like us to attempt that, Kane?
So
Like, what
you can
should
you
we
can
roll?
either do a strength check to push over the pillar, and then it'd probably be like just a strength check, maybe a heart of effort if need be. The stones, you could put there and spend a round to kind of place that there, and then we would roll to see if the saw got stuck.
Okay. I, with my weak nerd arms, I'm gonna try using any stones and feel free. So I'll just use a round doing that.
Okay.
And that's just for the first blade, right?
Yep, it's just for the first blade. So I'm gonna roll a skull or a blank. A blank means it gets stuck. A skull means it kind of like sends the rock off flying.
Well, I'm wearing my glasses. Okay.
Okay.
Whoop! Duck.
Yep. Okay, give me, Bob, Lou, give me a dex roll or a defense roll, your choice.
Okay. +1 either way. Oh, ow.
Okay.
I have a cut on my cheek or arm or something.
All right, you take 2 points of damage as that rock like slams into your shoulder. If you guys have ever used a table saw and felt kickback, it's not fun.
Oh.
Ow. Okay. Well, that was better than being cut in half.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Bob's
Yes, Bob's
turn now.
All right, I'll just try a slightly bigger rock.
Okay. All right, and we'll see. Let's see if it gets stuck.
Bit of
All right.
Can that be easy now?
So it's by. It's
Oh
just
no,
the binary.
it's just an either
yeah.
or.
Yeah, either or.
Yeah.
So it slams into it and it's just like.
All right, we got it.
Awesome. So now if we need to leave in a hurry, that's one less thing that might chop us up.
Yes. All right, that'll be it for me.
Okay, Robert.
Or I'll go
Sorry.
ahead and move in a little bit, but that's it. That's all.
All right. Perfect. So you got your choice: left, right, or forward. All right, Robert.
All right, so they're going to, with my instructions from previous, they're going to do the same thing to disarm that trap. I'm actually
Yes.
going to go over here to get the cobweb added to my torch and explore this room here to see if there's any writings or what this sarcophagus is depicting, if anything.
So this is the tomb of one of Otar's top advisors that were buried with him. So inside is his advisor, or you believe that may be a general. So one is an advisor, one is a general with Otar.
Okay, and this is the advisor?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I glean any information about the advisor from the murals or anything else depicted here?
Nothing more than that he's an advisor.
Okay.
Like you may be able to open the sarcophagus if you wish.
I'm not a grave robber. If anything, I want to make sure that sarcophagus isn't going to open itself.
That's a good question.
So yeah, I will explore the sarcophagus to make sure that it is sealed and not possible of being opened from potentially the inside.
Okay. Yeah, give me a wisdom or intelligence.
Let's go intelligence.
Yes.
Okay, 14.
Okay, so the lid is a fairly large slab of stone. You could push it from the outside, but it doesn't seem to be something that could be moved from the inside.
Very good. I'm happy with that.
Perfect. All right, so you've still got your cobwebs there. We're gonna drop down from 9 to 8, and then these guys have done the work to get a second pendulum stuck in place, and they'll move ahead to this next one. All right, that's going to bring us back to Lou.
Awesome. Okay. I would like to collect this cobweb for our academics torch.
Okay.
And then what do I find in this room here?
So you find another sarcophagus, and from, you might be able to hear some Robert calling out from the side that this would be the Otar's general, who is entombed with him.
Okay. And then, so I see another one over here, so this must have been his left or right hand guy, depending on what you found.
Mm-hmm.
And also the sturdiness and will the sarcophagus stay closed? And are there any like big spider holes or something, or are those vines all covered things up?
Give me a wisdom roll.
Alrighty, 20 plus 2.
Nice.
18.
So you see that this sarcophagus has been slightly disturbed. It still seems that whatever's inside the corpse, the skeleton, is still in there. But you do hear some hissing coming in from deeper in the room.
There creatures that hiss down here, guys.
Yeah, and you do see
I
that
hope you
there
wore
is
tall boots.
You do see that there's another archway leading to another room at the far side.
Yeah. So there's another room, but I'm not going down there yet unless these clues tell us we gotta.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to explore the other room fully first and see what we think.
So
Yeah.
you've
She
identified.
maybe goes a little Minnesotan too. Jeez Louise, there's hissing down there. I'm not going down there.
Well, you have found 2 of the 3 clues, or at least you've identified where they are. You haven't captured them yet.
Okay.
Right. Alrighty, so that is my turn, and there is still a saw between us and the eastern clue.
Yep. Okay. All right, that's going to bring us to Bob.
All right. I think we're a little spread out here. I think first things first, I'm going to try to find a big enough rock to stall this saw blade.
Okay. Let's roll that binary die. Okay, give me a defense or dex roll, you two.
I'll go ahead and roll hard for both of us.
Okay.
Thank you.
There
Nice.
you go.
So you,
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
So you take care to get Lou out of the way as the stone flies and slams into the wall, but yeah, no luck so far. You
I
can
need
still
a bigger
move.
rock.
Yeah, you're still welcome to move past it. You just give me a dex roll if you want to just move to the other side, or you can wait for the next round to try to stop it again.
I'll poke my head into this room and ask Robert if everything's pretty well gone over in here.
It appears so. By the way, do you still have the head of that pickaxe?
I'll have to see if I can find it. It probably went flying.
You should
it's
still
made
have
of-
it. Yeah.
All right, I'll
It's made
grab
of
that.
steel. That would probably be far better to stop one of those whirling blades than a stone, given the hardness of steel versus the hardness of bronze or whatever the blade appears to be made of.
All right, I'll give that a shot then.
Sure thing. I'm going to move back to the scything blades
Okay.
and assist them and to get the clue once they're done.
Okay.
I'll
Alright,
try to
sounds
decipher
good.
it as quick as I can.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect. All right, that's going to bring us to Robert.
Okay, so as I said, I'm going to move into here, assist them with the final scything blade, and then be ready to receive the clue.
Perfect. Okay. So they're gonna finish. They're gonna finish their work, stopping these blades, and so now you have this free shot to get there. Anna at this point has she's gonna like stumble, this way, looking around, trying to get back with everybody. So you'll have the free shot there. Take this down. Take this down.
Anna, tread carefully. There are biting things down here, probably, so don't run ahead.
Okay, I just come in. I finished what Robert asked, and now I'm coming to join and to see what you guys have found. And Darrow's up here with you, Robert, as well, ready to look. He's got his hat on, all prepared in case something were to fall. And we're good. We should be good to go. So, Lou.
Okay. What do I see in this? What do I see in this clue room here?
Okay. You see that the floor is kind of worse for wear. But you see that the clue is on the far side, and it's behind, this statue is kind of overlooking it. At least these roots are there, so.
Okay. Can I do an investigation wisdom roll to see what the best way for accessing it is?
Sure.
So that's a 20 plus 2.
Nice
Dirty 20.
All right. So as you look at it, you can see that some of the stones appear to be loose and kind of like leaning downwards. You fear that they're precariously perched where they're sitting. But it seems like it's safe to cross at the moment, but you're not quite sure how long they will hold.
So it looks like the floor is brittle.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to and for deciphering the clues, they're like a chest. You'd need a turn to look at them, right?
Yeah, you just kind of like you get to them. Like Robert is gonna open one on his turn and just kind of like claim the clue.
So I'd like to skirt around on like whatever appears the sturdiest and peek at this chest my next go.
Okay, you can do it on this turn if you wish.
Okay, what do we find here? And I'll use my flash or pick at something with my boot knife without like messing with the precarious statue.
All right. So you see that kind of you open it up and there's a ancient kind of papyrus scroll that you can open up, or just like this canvas scroll that's describing a place, or at least some part of the map. And so you can identify that the eye is on the northern half of the island.
Okay. The character might remember where we are on the map, but I do not.
That's okay. You're
So
currently.
I'll ask my fellow players.
Yeah, you're currently. If you end up looking at the map again, and I'll see if I can. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can drag this in here.
I have I actually have it open.
Perfect. So if you look at the map, you actually can see that the Tomb of Otar is down near the bottom. There's the bay. And then just a little above the bottom right corner, there's a triangle kind of ruin here next to the river. That's where the Tomb of Otar is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know that this is where you're currently at, and the eye is somewhere on the northern half of the island. So you're on the southern half currently.
Cool. So I will take a quick and steady photograph, even if the rocks are kind of wobbly on either side of me. And then, oh dear. has part of the floor fallen?
Yes, as you start taking your pictures, you hear this rumbling. Now that the clue has been disturbed, and the floor falls away to reveal
Nice.
these spikes down at the bottom.
Okay. Can I roll up the scroll like a football and say, "Hey, Bob, catch! It's on the north end of the island."
Yeah, sure. You could probably end up throwing it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So I'll catch the map and then confirm north end of the island.
Yes.
North end of the island.
All right. And then I'll touch the brim of my cap and say, "Well, it's been nice knowing you," and march out of the... I'm just kidding. Bob's true colors are revealed.
Nice.
Oh boy.
So is this like a near distance or a far distance? Is this something that could be jumped over?
It could be jumped
how big
over,
of a-
yes. It's still near.
Okay.
It's just, it can be a little difficult. It's not necessarily
Right.
hard, but yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
Man, it would be nice
and
to
I
have a
know,
rope.
I think Robert might have a rope. I do not believe I do, though.
Yeah,
I have a camera strap, so if I fall and my strap gets caught on something, it might work. Maybe.
That's definitely what would happen in a movie.
Yeah.
Lucky camera strap. Okay, all right. So Lou is on the far side of the spike pit. Bob, you saw the rumbling and the floor falling out, but you currently have the map with you.
All right. So when I ran over this way, So my other thought here, if this would be even possible, would be to go ahead and climb down into the pit of spikes and just walk over and then give Lou a boost down so we're not falling onto the spikes. Would that increase our odds at all, or are there too many spikes?
Well, there's a lot of spikes. It would, you're gonna have to, give me a roll potentially, but it's about like 10 feet down. So at some point, even if you like stretch out, it may be like a drop or two. So you'll make it like an easy one.
Okay. Well, what do you think, Lou? Do you want to go high risk, high reward and try to get through fast? Or do you want to go slowly and maybe have less, like, spiky damage, but still, like... I feel like we're still going to end up
Good
with...
timing, Kane, dropping that body.
That's encouraging.
That's very encouraging.
Well, I have a feeling that Lou would probably go a high risk. Leave me enough room to jump, but if you can
Right.
grab me if I flip.
I'll brace myself on the edge and hold a hand out
Okay.
to hopefully help you out if you get close and don't quite make it.
Yeah. So with the two of you there,
So
I'll
does
give you
that make it an easy roll?
I'll give you 2 dex rolls essentially.
Two dex rolls.
One for
Okay.
Lou, one for Bob. So you just need to make one of them.
Okay. 20 plus 1.
Oh no!
All right. So Lou, tell me how that looks. But Bob, because it's a 1, this is going to be a hard dex roll for you.
Oh,
Okay.
I catch the toe of my boot, and I didn't quite have the camera all the way back in the bag, and so my fingers just brush and grapple at the edge. I'm not offering any
Yeah, it's like a slow motion.
any purchase here.
Slow motion, Bob. You see Lou is like on the verge of falling. You've got to act fast, or else she's gonna go down in the pit.
All right. I'm gonna reach out and try to grab her coat or her belt or something, And I think this is probably a time to use our luck tokens.
Yep.
So I'm going to burn
Yeah.
one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. There we go. All right. There we go. 21
Thank
total.
you. Thank you.
Nice. Whew.
Brush some dust off and give him a little friendly fist to the shoulder, and then go ow because I took that rock to the shoulder earlier. And
Oh, goodness. That was a little scary.
thanks, man. Oh, did we tell Robert where the thing is? Because I'm not going to the hissing place alone.
Yeah, I think we let him know where it's at. So after taking a second to kind of catch our breath, I'll start heading into that room cautiously.
All right. Okay. Well, Robert, you probably hear this going on, but you're not quite sure exactly what they just experienced. But you and Darrow are standing there at the next clue. Like to claim that?
All right. Yes. Let us claim that clue.
Okay. So you again, papyrus scroll opening up, and this one is describing how the clue, the eye itself, is kind of held within an old outpost somewhere on the north side of the island. If you look at the map, there are these little fort-like things.
Okay. I can see them.
There should be about 3 of them that I'm seeing.
Yes, I also see. Actually, I see 4 forts in total.
Yeah. So it's at one of those.
Actually, 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Okay,
at one
but
of
it's on the
those.
northern half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Well, as you do, the timer's dipping down as well, and you hear this rumbling happening, and from this wall here, all of a sudden you hear this.
Oh, joy.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to need is a dex roll. You can either use a dex roll to kind of dodge out of the way, or you can use kind of a dash to get ahead of, like, out down the hallway and away.
I'm going
Otherwise,
to. I would like to do a complex action, if I may.
sure, go for it.
So my first thought is to push Darrow to give him a chance to get clear of the boulder off to the side.
Okay.
Hopefully he can not take damage by being out of its way. And then I'm going to run. I'm hoping the sides are going to slow it down, but I'm going to run down the other side, trying to get to Anna to get her clear of it as well.
Okay. Well, we'll say you can get an automatic push for Darrow to get him clear, but as you run, it's going to be a hard dex roll to outrun this boulder and to get to Anna in the way that you wish.
Okay. Odd question. Does
Okay.
anyone have hero coins? Just asking. Just want to know.
We do not have any hero coins. We have the luck though.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so hard dex.
Yep, hard dex.
Okay, so that is only a 12 for me.
Can burn a luck if you wish.
I would have needed a 15. Let's see here. At a 12, I need at least a 3 on a d10. Yeah, I think I'd like to burn a luck, because I'm hoping to get pull Anna clear of the boulder as well.
Okay.
So.
Go for it.
Whew.
Oh,
There we
nice.
go.
Okay.
Nice.
And you do it
So
with
a total-
style.
Yeah, you do. How does it look as the boulder goes thundering past?
Yeah, so I come running out of the door. I've dropped the torch at this point. I come running out of the area, probably much to Anna's surprise, and I kind of grab her by the lapels and kind of turn and twisting us both into the area over here where the saw blades are, and just kind of pull us both over.
Okay. So as the stone comes thundering by, it smashes into the wall next to you, and the stones kind of crumble around it, and you can actually see that it's broken into the next room. But additionally,
Please
after
don't be snakes. Please don't be snakes.
you're not quite sure yet. You've just been hearing hissing from it. But as you do, as you pull Anna to the side, she like looks deeply into your eyes, and she's like, "You saved my life."
I can't have a apprentice adventurer dying on her first adventure, now can we?
Okay. All right, give me a charisma roll, Robert.
Okay. 13.
All right. For whatever reason, whether it's platonic or not, there seems to be some kind of a connection, and you say it in just the way that just makes Anna swoon in just a little bit.
I'm definitely feeling that Harrison Ford vibe now. Okay.
Okay. Excellent.
I will help her to her feet and be ready for the next room.
Okay. Well, I will let you have a hero coin for that one.
Okay, thank you. I will notate that down.
Perfect. Okay. Well, you've gotten 2 of the treasures. The 2 of the clues. There's 4 rounds remaining on the timer. Okay. And so we're gonna go back to Lou. Darrow's gonna like slowly like step along and just be like that. That was wild. I can't whew.
Okay. Can I go check in with our? I don't know. I've got 8 hit points left. Do I really need healing? But there's hissing. Alrighty. I'm gonna start walking past Bob here, and then like saying what's the move in case he wants to tell me like, ooh, Anna, or get down there so we can get out of here, or whatever he'd like to share.
Okay. Well, Darrow is looking in. He's like, I thought I saw a crocodile, but the room's flooded slightly. I think it dove under the water. But I also see something shiny in there.
Oh shoot. Crocodiles or snakes? Like, I actually don't know what I'd prefer.
I don't know.
Like, at least you know where a crocodile... Well, you don't know where a crocodile is. Anyway, why am I... That's a very pretty hat, Darrow. Okay, so it's a sunken room, and he saw something shiny.
I think, yeah, you can see it. Like, he kind of pulls you over, and you see like a glint of something shiny in the water.
Okay. I unscrew the... Oh, no. It's gonna have to be attached to the... Can I borrow your rope, Robert, to, like, lower my flash so that I can get a better look at what's down there?
Rope? I didn't
who
bring
had
rope.
rope?
Did you not bring rope?
Was it Bob who picked up rope last session?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
It might have been Darrow.
Right.
It might have been Darrow, but yeah,
That's awkward.
He probably left it behind.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just go to the edge and I'll say, oh, okay, Darrow, it's gonna get real bright for a second if you want to cover your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to turn the flash on full toward the toward below. So then can I with that roll wisdoms to get a better look at what's down there?
Sure. Very nice.
17.
Okay, so additionally, your flash opens up. You see that there's another room kind of leading off here. But you see that not only do you see there's a pile, there's kind of like scattered gold coins in the water. You see that the water also kind of goes down deeper, as if it leads down into like this underground tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. So I let my companions know this, so we know we have the scroll that says north. What did Robert's scroll say again?
Hidden in a stronghold.
Okay.
Well, that's not ominous.
Not at all. We're down to 4. You can't really see the bottom of the map. Okay. So the room directly below us has water and a crocodile in it. And then the beyond that, is that up higher or?
Which one? Sorry.
Oh boy.
The final clue in that southern room.
Yep.
You can only get it to partially show on my.
Oh, I apologize. So yeah, so this.
There we go.
Yeah, so you have this room here. It's partially flooded. There's some stepping stones. There's water. There was some creature that dove under the water, presumably a crocodile. And there's gold coins there. And it seems that it goes deeper to some tunnel. But then you also have this other room that seems to step up out of the water, and then it kind of like leads off to the right, and you get the feeling that that's where the next clue is.
Okay. So I'm going to put my camera around my neck for additional light. Robert, can you hold my satchel? It's got my notes in it. I don't want them to get wet or lost.
Sure. Are you sure you wouldn't want this headlamp?
No.
I dig it out of my
Sure,
pack.
you can have the. I'll take the. I'll take the headlamp. And I'll leave you the camera, even though I'll just describe to you what I find down there. Yes? No? No.
Sure.
Okay. And then, Kane, with the headlamp, I would like to use my +1 dex to get across to the last clue.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
20
Nice.
plus 1 is 15. Ooh.
So deftly you jump across the stones, you skip past the gold, you see the skeletons as if, whatever's been feasted on by the crocodiles. But you get to this long hallway, and it's pretty bare, but you see at the far end, you see the last clue.
Okay, it's bare. Does the floor looks kind of clear?
So it looks clear, but I will tell you, you see kind of like scratch marks all along the ceiling, the floor, the walls, everything.
Oh. Well, does the chest look like it's in good shape?
Yes.
Alrighty. I would like to try to dash to grab whatever is there. If the chest is light enough to carry, fine, or just knock the top off and like with enough attention to not grab a snake instead of a scroll, but then just grab whatever's there and book it.
Mm-hmm.
walk it back.
For sure. Okay.
Okay.
So you get
How does that work?
that you should be able to just make it just fine. You're able to grab the chest, and it shows that the last remaining clue points you to the fort that is on the top right of the map of the island. It's by the forests, kind of out in this clearing area. I'll highlight it on the map after the session. But yeah, so you've identified exactly what fort the Eye of Otar resides in. Well done. Take a hero coin.
Okay, thank you.
Additionally, as your excitement for discovering where things are going, this timer is going to drop down from 3, and you suddenly hear this grinding, churning as things begin to move, and from your position, spikes erupt from the far wall, and they are going to be sealing you in this room. Okay, how this is going to work is on your next turn, you can see that there are these holes over here. Somewhere in one of these 6 holes is a lever to deactivate this sliding spikes. What you're going to do is you will choose a number on your next turn, and then you will roll a d6. If you roll that same number, you find the lever, and you're able to deactivate the trap. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till your next round to roll another d6, and you will try to get that same number that you decided. If you roll the same number that you rolled on a previous one, you would re-roll because you've attempted that particular kind of hole in the wall. But
Alrighty.
So this is what you're contending with for the next 3 rounds. It takes 3 rounds to get to you.
Is there any sand or mud at my feet that I can throw into the holes to eliminate an option? Or reveal an option?
Well, so you're gonna have to reach in. It's one of those like blind draws. You reach all the way in, and there's a rope at the far side, and you're trying to spend the time picking the right hole to reach in and try to find the. Okay, so 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'll Temple of Doom. I got it. Yep.
Okay, all right, Bob. You suddenly hear this churning happening.
Yeah.
Hey, up there!
I would
Don't
have
come down here.
tried to run as far this way as possible, and if there's time, I would have tried to jam the crowbar in front of those spikes, but it looks like he wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah.
So I'll just hang out there and hope for the best.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. If you could get 3, let's see, 3 hearts worth of kind of effort, you may be able to stop it from this side, but it would require strength checks because this thing is a sliding pillar of stone, churning with the water, pushing it forward. So it's hard strength checks to apply some effort. And your crowbar snapped.
Ouch.
Unfortunately. Okay. That's going to bring us to Robert.
Okay, so Robert is going to get to this doorway. I'm going to have the gun drawn just in case there's anything that comes up out of the water, or maybe potentially people from behind. And I am going to... I'm using that boulder as cover as well, just in case somebody does come up from behind.
Okay.
And that is what I am doing.
All right.
Basically keeping a lookout.
Perfect. All right. All right, Lou, give me a number on a D6.
3.
Okay, try to roll a 3.
Oh, so close.
I'm gonna
you-
I'm gonna spend my hero coin for a reroll if possible.
Sure, you can re-roll that one time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so you have eliminated 2 and 5. So if you re-roll those on your future turns, if you land on those again, you'll re-roll them.
Okay.
That was the purpose of the hero
my
coin.
first of 3.
Okay, trying to get a 3. All right, timer's
and
down
as
to 2.
I'm sticking my hand in there, since I didn't just dash out and read the paper later, I'm trying to shout over the noise that, fort! Northeast of the forest.
Nice.
I mean, we may be able to hear it, but I'm hoping you get out instead.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna bring it to Bob.
All right, so I do have a hero coin marked on my sheet. Do those hold over from the last session or no?
I think that's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay on this side and just try to listen for what I can and do what I can, and we'll go ahead and use that hero coin on Lou's next attempt if she needs it.
Okay. So you do notice as you're kind of waiting, you see something churning in the water. Darrow probably points out to you that something is coming up from the water, and you see a where is it? That's where it is. Come on.
Another crocagator.
Another crocagator.
You back for another taste?
Absolutely. Okay. Alright, that's going to bring us to Robert.
Is the crocodile enough out of the water to just take a shot at?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'm going to shout loud noises and take aim and fire at the crocodile.
Whew.
Ah, of course.
no.
Of course. It's fine. It's fine.
Alright, I'll let you...
I said loud noises, so...
Yeah, it did make a loud noise. But what's going to happen is your gun is going to be jammed. Okay, and mark that off on your gun. Just mark a note that it's jammed once. If you get another one while using that gun, the gun will break.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably spend my next turn trying to clear the jam.
Yep. Alright. Okay, that's gonna tick down from 2 to 1. You see the spikes getting ever closer, sliding closer and closer to you, Lou.
Alrighty. 3 again.
Yep.
There it is.
Woo!
Okay. As you reach in there, you finally find a rope, and you grasp it with all your strength, and you tug, and all of a sudden, the grinding stops, and things reverse, and it starts...
I put my feet on the slippery wall, and I pull with all my weak nerd strength, and I'm like, come on, make the water go down again.
Okay, and eventually it stops, and you're free to
then,
move,
like,
only to find
like-
an alligator.
what are you doing down here? Get out of here! There's a croc.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah, go ahead.
Bob-
Your go.
Bob wants to wave Lou back and see if this alligator's charging us, right?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to see if I can hang out, hold its attention and run back the way I came
Okay.
and get it out of the way. and then Darrow can go back with everybody else or follow me, whatever he
Okay.
wants to do.
Give me a charisma roll to draw its attention.
15
Nice.
plus 1. Nice.
Nice. It remembers the taste of your blood, so it charges after you.
All right. And now I'll tell Lou, run!
Yep. Running.
As a friendly reminder, alligators are not good stepping stones.
All right. Okay, so Lou's going to have a chance to get across. Bob is drawing its attention. Robert, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna spend my turn clearing my weapon and trying to get the jam, unjammed.
Okay, it did expend the bullet, but you've cleared the jam. Perfect. All right. Timer drops to 0, and I'll tell you what happens in just a moment. But we're gonna see if Bob takes a bite from the croc as it dives into the next room.
Yes.
And that is
Can
5 points of damage to you, Bob.
Can I give him my hero coin or throw my hat at it or something so it misses?
So you
I
can't.
still have a hero coin. I don't know. Does it have me?
It just
Or
gives
is it
you a
just,
solid
like,
bite.
bite?
Give me a strength
Okay.
roll. Give me a strength roll. If you succeed, it doesn't. Yep. Now it has a hold of you.
Okay. Man, I do have a hero coin. I think I'll go ahead and burn it to re-roll that strength roll. Try to get
Okay.
free.
Okay.
No.
All right, no hero coin.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I have cheated death. Would you like my hero coin?
If you don't, yeah, I'll go ahead and burn
he's
it.
got hold of you.
Because if we
Roll one
get
more.
stuck here, it'll be bad. That's better.
Oh no.
That's an 8 total. So.
You do have two luck left if you need.
All right, do we want to burn the luck?
Yeah, unless that last roll was
Sure.
easy, in which case you... Oh no, you didn't make it. Okay.
Yeah, so you got a 6.
I'll burn a luck.
Yeah.
I got a 6 plus 2. I need a 4.
Man, fate has not been on your side.
Yeah. Do you have any luck bonuses? Could you add those 2?
No.
All right. So
Nope.
you can burn the last one if you want to expend that last piece of luck.
What do y'all think? Do we want to burn it or do we want to
think
give it
so.
around? All right. One more luck.
There you
There
go.
we go.
There you go.
There.
So luck has
Bye bye luck.
your luck has dried out, but eventually you were able to break free, and this croc kind of pulls back into the water, while Lou can rush us around. Okay, now the thing is as you're all like watching this happen, and Bob is struggling with this crocodile, suddenly you hear the echo of a loud gunshot going off with a loud bang, and someone calls out, "I know you're in there!"
Shit. Hey,
Come
you-
out!
you-
Come
you-
out
you
with
think-
your hands up! We don't want
you
any
think
funny
you can lure
business.
him in here?
And then you can hear him be like, "If they don't come out in a few moments, we're just gonna seal them in."
Oh shoot. I was gonna leave him with the crocodile. Can we send
Okay.
him the boulder?
All right, I'll give you guys a moment to discuss what you want to do. This is going to be kind of the final moments for this session. But yeah, how do you want to address this turn of events?
All right. What did we find out with our clues? That it is on the northern half. It's held in a fort, and it's held in not the furthest north fort, but the northeast fort above the. I think I posted it in Discord.
Yeah. Above
I think
above the forest.
that fort there. Hmm. Okay, above the forest. So destroy the clues. Oh no, wait. That might be a bad idea because there could be hidden information on them.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, we could give them to him, but then he could. You're awfully quiet, Anna. Anna.
Oh, it's just,
I think last session it was Anne without an E, but today she's Anna.
it's her venturing name, I guess. No, I don't know. Do you know who that could be? It doesn't sound like anybody from the ship.
Does Darrow recognize it as Carnahan?
Yes, I would say he would recognize it. Is that I've heard of Carnahan. You guys have been talking about him quite a bit.
Just don't give him a reason to put a bullet between your eyes, okay? How you doing, Bob?
I've been better.
Hey.
Okay.
Robert has my notebook. I'll go, and I'll say, hey, I took these etchings of clues. And I'll grab my notebook and I'll find part of the mural and I'll make a rubbing of part of the map that isn't all the way, and then I'll just write down ruin, fort, forest, and I'll show it to them. Shall I give them this?
I have another idea.
Okay. What's the date? Yeah.
Why don't we? I'm having second thoughts now. So we've got some dead ends out here. We could kind of quietly go here, and then one of us, probably Bob, could call out to Carnahan and say that we found the clues, but everybody except me got trapped and we need a hand getting out. You can have the clues if you help us get out.
Awesome. Yes, I love that.
And then I lead them this way. Y'all just exit quietly. And then we've got a little loop here. So if I can get them to here and show them the traps that we disarmed, then maybe I can duck through here and run out. If there are like 15 of them, that's not going to work.
So my Lou's eyes light up, like she's all for trying it, but looks at Robert and Darrow to see if they're on board.
I have one thought. That last clue about the exact location. As much as it pains me to say this, I would say sink that into the water and destroy it. Let the crocodile have that one. If they attempt to go to that third location, then we just tell them that we were not able to retrieve the third clue, that danger presented itself and we decided to back away when they showed up. We have not had a chance to get the third clue and they are welcome to try.
We could try that.
This would get
Lou
this
is
would buy
nodding
us
and she's
time to get
holding it
away.
over the water, waiting for you all to.
You guys hear another gunshot. He's like, I'm getting it really impatient. All right, get the crowbars, men. Seal them in.
All right, let's offer them the clues then.
Okay.
Offer
We don't
two-
even have to.
two clues.
We don't even have to give them the clues, but we at least want to offer them so we can like get out of the tomb.
Sure.
All right. Am
If
I
there are only
dropping the
3 of
last
them, we can
scroll?
maybe take them. I mean, that's kind of
I mean-
outside of Bob's like his thing. He doesn't really know what to do with the
Yeah.
clues.
Okay.
He's
So,
wasting bullets out there, so
Robert, shall I drop the scroll?
I'm gonna say yes. Drop that
Okay.
scroll, and we'll offer the
I
other
have-
two.
Drop the scroll.
Okay.
And who's going first to talk to Carnahan? I'm willing, but I don't know how much he'll respect that.
I will do so.
Oh, okay.
And I will call out to Carnahan. It's like, all right, I'm coming out. We have injured. This is not exactly the safest place. And we haven't fully
Okay.
discovered everything.
Okay, as you head on your way out, I'm going to use my once per session savvy ability.
Okay.
Kind of like pat you on the shoulder and say, "You got this." That
Oh,
should
boy.
put you at ease and give you -2 to your target number. I think that's for all of us,
Yeah.
but you're the one that it's going to directly affect.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the target will be. We'll stick to a 10 on that one. Okay. So,
Okay.
Robert, as you head out, you see Carnahan with his gun, his pistol raised up in the air. You see a pair of these trench coat, fedora wearing, henchmen, both of them carrying Tommy guns. And he's like, change your mind, I see. You say you
Well-
have injured? It means there's more of you. Where
Yes.
are they?
Injured. Inside. We've had to fight off crocodiles.
Seems about right for this place. Did you find anything else? Anything of value?
3 hidden rooms with 3 secret chests. We were not able to obtain the 3rd chest.
And you have the contents in your possession? I believe some information?
I do. And I'm willing to trade the most valuable piece to you if we can all leave.
The most valuable piece. And which piece would that be?
It tells you the type of structure you're looking for.
Type of structure I'm looking for. To the eye's location?
Yes. Unless you would rather have just the treasure.
Just the treasure. Oh, I wasn't aware that the eye wasn't here, but that is intriguing.
And that is your first clue.
Well, I also have things to trade. You all can come up and offer the rest of the treasure. I would perhaps let you live as long as you cooperate, or I could leave you with a few bullets and bullet holes and seal your friends inside and come back in a week or two when they're perhaps a little bit more cooperative.
I set my pack down, like I'm reaching into my pack slowly. Then I pull out the crown. Does this interest you?
Intriguing. So those rubies and emeralds I see?
As far as I can tell, yes, they are corundum.
Okay, he kind of nods to one of his henchmen and he holds his Tommy gun up and like takes the crown from you before returning it back to Carnahan.
You two must be absolutely miserable in that getup.
I'm miserable being here. That's to say.
I'm looking to the two suit-wearing, Tommy gun-wielding men. I'm like, you are quite overdressed for the jungle, I might say.
Yes. Yes, perhaps. All right. Well, Carnahan kind of like looks at it for a minute and it's like intriguing. Hands it off to one of the others. It's like, very well. If you're willing to cooperate, I will let you live and come out. No harm. No harm will befall you unless you choose otherwise.
Very well. I'll motion to the rest of them to come on out.
Did you guys proceed?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go and I'll be ready to like roll over this little wall here if things go south. And yeah, I'll look out for Anna, but like if one of those Tommy guns gets raised, I'm just rolling over the wall. I may or may not take somebody with me.
That's fair. All right. Well, Robert, as they all kind of exit out of the temple proper, the tomb, give me a charisma roll to see how well your negotiations have kind of sided with Carnahan. Whoo!
Yes,
20.
nat 20.
Very nice. Okay. Well, as you all kind of move out, he kind of like, everyone kind of goes at ease, the gun's kind of lower, and he's like, well, I appreciate your willingness to be wise in this situation. I understand you have my map, but if you would kindly hand that over and come with us, we can investigate this treasure of Otar together. And you can tell...
Feel free to walk the... Go ahead.
I was going to say, you can tell that he's kind of like opened up as an associate, but you can tell that his request and his invitation was less of an offer and more of a direct kind of command.
I'll motion to the temple. You're free to explore as you will. Careful. It's not all the traps are disarmed. And as far as us coming with you, that's a dangerous proposition. You could turn on us at any moment.
But I know your kind as well. You claimed my map from me, as well as I know you have assistance with Reichman, and I would much prefer to keep him out of this whole exchange. So, letting you go back to rethink and resupply is not in my best interest. I'm willing to cooperate, but come along. It'll be the best for everyone. All involved will benefit.
Does he
I want
recognize
your word
Anna?
Potentially, you haven't seen any signs of it yet.
I want your word that you will not harm us, and you will leave these ruins intact for study.
Agreed, as long as you cooperate. Do not get in my way any further than you already have.
I want a finder's fee, and I want most of this material to end up in... Actually, I will go one better. I will assist you in getting a finder's fee if most of this ends up in a museum for study.
Oh, this is the discussion for back at camp with a drink, and paperwork was never my...
Welcome, then let's go to our camp.
Oh, no. I'd much prefer mine. So he kind of like the henchmen start like indicating and kind of like gesturing with their Tommy guns for you guys to like step out, and you can see off in the distance there's a car waiting in the jungle for you, an off-road jeep. So they kind of gesture, and you guys are informed and encouraged at the tail end of a gun to get in. And off you go. Do you do so?
Don't think we have much of a choice, do we?
Well, we could try and get one of the Tommy guns, but that's going to be like one roll, and we're out of luck.
Yep. And that's one of 2 Tommy guns.
Yeah.
They have to sleep sometime.
Yeah, I mean, working to figure out where this treasure is, while working with people that we don't exactly trust, is not too much of a worse proposition than what we were already dealing with.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'd be
All right, let's go.
willing to, smile sweetly at the, at one of the, henchmen and kind of raise my camera up like, I'm just a tourist. I'm just along for the ride or whatever, and head for the car.
Okay. All right, you guys all the group of you all stepped aside, leaving Otar's tomb behind. Make your way to the Jeep and shuffle in. It's a tight fit with all of you, but then with the engine started up, you kick off and through the jungle you go back to Carnahan's camp. And that is where we will end our session today. Well done.
Well done, everyone.
Woo! We all got out of that alive.